a massive to get a whole heap of opals done. It doesn't look pretty. It's not supposed to. It's a work in progress, as we say. But there's fresh opal here, and there's fresh opal elsewhere, and I've got other things that I'm thinking about doing. So let's get into this. Zoom, 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 as they say in play school. Here we go. Boing. Now, what have we got for water? Absolutely nothing. Here we go. Add some water. Yoink. We're in a hurry, as per usual, of a Saturday night when I have my beautiful daughter with me. What's going on, you might ask? I need to pick her up from Whoop Whoop. I don't know what you guys think about Whoop Whoop, because probably we don't have that many Australians in the audience. We might. We're getting towards that time of the night when, well, different audiences, different courses, that kind of thing. Right, oh my goodness, what have I done? That's what I've done. Let me have a quick look. Okay, grab the thing, dab, dab, dab the thing, grab the thing, dab the thing. Now, we probably can't continue with that kind of stochasticity going on, so let's go and pop this over here. Oh my goodness, I've just done a bad. Okay, here we go. With my foot, because I'm holding the phone still, because I can't use the holder because it's bloody wet. Okay, here we go. Yoink. There we go. Now we can see. No, we can't. Yes, we can. No, we can't. Yes, we can. I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure. Right, at least that's going to be non-fatal for the phone to hang there. It might not be particularly aesthetic, but it's non-fatal. There we go. Okay, now pop that there, pop that there, pop that there. I'm in a rush because I'm picking up my daughter. Picking up my daughter means that I need to not necessarily pay attention to all the details. But if I don't pay attention to all the details, you're going to see Jack, and that's not going to be good either. So we've got to pay attention to some of the details, and these are some of the details. Because I'm in a hurry, I don't have time to, pontificate over getting the place clean and stuff. So I thought I'd just quickly clean the place down, whilst you guys were looking on in wonder and awe. Here we go. So. I'll bet you it's this kind of strobe effect that probably gets people hooked. They're going, oh, I wonder what's going on. This strobing must be a party. Not a party, it's opals, my dear. Opals. What have we got here? An opal. Yay! We've got another opal. Yay, yay! Another opal. Yay, yay, yay! Another opal. Yay, 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 yay. I think you're getting the general gist here. There might be opals involved. Okay, let's get onto this one. Have a quick look. We'll zoom in. Yoink. Yoink. We'll zoom in, shall we? Yes, we will. I'm just trying to get this thing kind of into the zone. Into the zone of non-stochastic pleasures. Okay, here we go. Non-stochastic pleasures. How the hell did I come up with that phrase? I reckon all the young people will be using that word later on. Non-stochastic pleasures. Hey, baby, give me some non-stochastic pleasures. Stochastic just means random. So there we go. I suppose non-random pleasures sound pretty good, don't they? What would you like on the McDonald's menu? I would like the non-random pleasures, please. Oh, okay. Well, pretty much whatever's come out of the... No, I'm not going to say that. That's probably get me in a bit of trouble, that one would. Okay, moving a few of the opals. These ones we will check out a bit later. But this one, I'm pretty certain, has got some good things going. Going to turn on the water. Yoink. Can you see any drippage happening? Where's the drippage? There it is. Excellent, we got the drippage. Aye, why you be talking in the Scottish accent? I may be thinking a Scottish accent. It's barely even an accent of anything. Okay. Been watching that hoof trimmer again, the Scottish guy. Hey, this poor lassie, he's be getting a hoof with the pus in it. What you be saying? I never understanding. I never kin. Well, I don't know what you be saying. I never kin what you're saying. Well, I never kin either. Maybe we should speak in English. Yeah, good idea. All right, so moving. Got ourselves a little bit of, there we go. There we go. Now what's going on here? Don't do that. Bad. Go on. Bad. Don't reach. Hey. I have no idea what my daughter just said. I'm sure she said something important. Oh, thanks to the like, whoever did that. I'm not happy with this. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, that sound ain't a good sound. Right, 5 seconds. Just going to make sure I understand what's going on here. I think we've got one of these that happens like that. So if I just place it within there, yeah. We've gone from the Scottish to the Germans, yeah. Yes, we have. Why have we gone to the Germans? I do not know. All right. Seems like how's this say in English? It's a good idea at the time, yeah? Ah, yeah, it's a good times, yeah. Oh, good. So good. So good? Sehr good. Like I can speak German. Here we go. There we go. Da, comrade, you cannot speak German. Shut up. Okay, here we go. We're going to have to put up with that noise, I'm afraid. The reason I did this is because this opal represents a glimmer of hope. Just so that you know, I have exactly 1 hour to get something cool done. So hopefully something cool will get done. Have a quick look over here. I'm going to give up on that one because I don't think it's going to do anything cool. So we're going to go with this guy. Zooming in a little bit more. No, don't focus on... I'm sorry for putting a little mark on there. Are you okay then? There we go. Right. So let's try and wet this a little bit so you can see it. About there, I reckon.
You'll have to believe me, there is colour here. Now because of that, right. Cut it clean enough, I did. Oh, hello there. How you doing, guys? Colourful pigeons. You'll see one later. Hello there, Siri, and hello there, Tahar. Tahar, how you saying? Now, this is what we call the non-shiny bit. I'm just giving it a bit of a rub down, see what it's going to do. If it gets some colours, all the better. Probably won't. Don't you dare. When I get back after picking up my daughter, I'm going to have to go and have a quick look at that system and see what it's literally sitting there and spinning. Unbelievable. Bad, naughty, not good. What I'm just doing is I'm making essentially a humble pad out of what would be called a piece of crystal opal. But somewhat uninterestingly, there is, as far as I can tell, no colour on the crystal, so it's one of the less interesting crystal opals that I've cut. But don't worry. Never fear, the opal behind it, the one that I cut off, is much better. It's just that I like to work on the least valuable part of the opal before I get on to the real good bit. That just is a way of hedging my bets so that I can understand the opal a little bit better, the way that it cuts. And when I get the valuable piece, I am not as surprised by what goes on. Of course, it's not a fail-safe. Opal is opal. There's no rule that says that it must be consistent all the way through. Wish that was part of the definition, but it ain't. So you have to just deal with what happens. But you make life a little bit less chancy just by hedging your bets a bit. This is one of those methods. Oh, 71 people and 3 likes. Thank you, whoever did that. You know what? I want to be a successful YouTuber, not because of the fame and fortune, but that like maybe a rep from the company that makes my equipment would come along and say, oh, you've got a nice puffer valve there, we'll replace that for you, as long as you endorse our products extremely well. Did you hear that, Ozito? Right. Ever the opportunist, Dr. Phillips. Maybe what I should do is complain about the products until they come around. What do you reckon? Is that an excellent reverse marketing strategy? Yes, and I see those products and I don't know why. They're horrible. You hear that? Until someone comes along and makes my life a little bit easier, I'm going to act all unreasonable. I mean, that's how everybody else behaves, right? Okay. No, seems that you've got you've got a spot there, mate. There you go. Well, isn't that a bit better? Huh? Very good. Well, you've got a spot there too, have you? There you are. Here comes the aeroplane. All right. Not really. Here comes the apple cutter. Here comes the complaining old man again. Ah, these Ozito products are terrible. Actually, in all seriousness, this is providing quite the challenge for me. I'm quite enjoying this. There's just a little bit of unevenness to this opal. And I know that the piece that I'm about to cut does have unevenness, so it's actually good practice. I hope I just don't use up all my lucky mojo juju on this guy, because it's not worth very much. But that provides some drama and tension for the show. Will he bugger it up? I don't know. He usually does. In case you're coming from a different country and are completely shocked and horrified, I do believe that YouTube offers a little bit of latitude to Australians. The Australians have this condition that is known as Proteus mouthus. Or dunny mouth in Australia, of course. Dunny, of course, coming from the Welsh word denier. I think that's what they call it anyway. Which means the loo, or the bathroom. Or la toilette. Banyo. I don't know the Russian word. Or the Japanese. Probably something like the place where you change your shoes. Amusingly, I can tell there's something wrong with the geometry. Yeah, the reason I can tell there's something wrong with the geometry is because if it doesn't cut straight, That's because the stone isn't straight. So what I'm doing is I'm just tidying up all 4 points of the compass, so to speak, to see if I can solve that. Not quite solved yet. And if you know you've got that issue, because it's literally the opposite of the opal I've just cut, the opal I cut off, that means that the opal I cut off will have the opposite problem. So I can see that it's got slightly smooth material, which means if you make a mistake whilst trying to tidy it up, you're going to do the classic fix one side, fix the other, overfix it, then fix the other side again, then fix the other side again, until you have no opal left. So it's good to know that I'm going to run that risk with the expensive one. That's good enough, I reckon. Look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that on a drop stick at some stage in the near future, in the fullness of time. Wipe this down because I saw myself just give it a bit of a knock on the way through. Give this a little bit of a clean. Yoik, 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 yoik. How's that? Perfect. Good. Right. Let's do the real one. It's this guy. Now beforehand I had a look at it and I noted that you can't see what I can see that's so cool about it. Hopefully, I've got the colour enhance button I can push. There we go.
Retouch on.
Alright. Can you see it? Probably not. It's colourful, take my word for it. Because everyone knows that I'm so trustworthy. Buy my opals, only $1 million. Hello there, Valentin. Hola, Valentin, possibly. I'm just assuming because I said baño, a Spanish speaker came along. Oh, he said baño. He said toilet. That's basically what Aussies do, so. Everything seems to have settled down mostly. Still worried about this cable. Yay! Jump scare. Well, that's a note of caution, isn't it? You've got to be extremely careful. Oh, you're seeing the colours? Yeah, colours are there. Hello there, Everest. That's all I can read. I know it's not, but I've got to get glasses. Now the sad fact of life is that this one is spectacular and I have a feeling you're not going to see it. Well, not in all of its glory. I will try. The second thing that bothers me about this one is it really does look like skull. Like, if you've ever seen a skull, there's these little crack-like marks on the top called cranial sutures. And this opal has them. Which makes me go, have I just gotten a valuable fossil and just sliced it? Too late now. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this piece off because I reckon Okay, so how many? I am so that they decided that I needed that their efforts to reinstall a program or they update the program was more important than my live stream. I am livid about that. They should not do that. I'll sue them for defamation or something. So the thing about it is that there is no real reason to update your phone software. I know I'm speaking sacrilege, but the only reason is to increase the friction of the operation. I know that sounds mad, but that's what they do. They replace the position of all the buttons to justify their existence. And they're like, but your phone will be vulnerable to threats. The biggest threat is you, my friend. Biggest threat is the company that is trying to update the software all the time. If it wasn't for you, I would have no troubles. I went on a giant search, and admittedly this is more to do with Microsoft, but it's the same kind of problem. I said, what vulnerabilities are going on? And the vulnerabilities they were talking about dated back 2014. I can't remember the name of it. It was astonishing. And not once did they mention CloudStrike. If you remember that update package that went so badly wrong. I remember it because my workplace was completely destroyed. Well, not destroyed, but, you know, it was chaos. You see, that is the most destructive piece of software I've had in the last year or two. And it was a update. So I reject utterly this concept that you need us to install updates onto your phone continually. No, you do not. Get away from me. Thank you for reconnecting. What I'm going to do, because you reconnected, not really because, but I'm going to try and make this, show you why I like this opal so much. Zoom out and try and go in there. Can you see it? There we go. Oh, come on. Surely you can help your brother out. There we go. Saw it for the 15 seconds. There we go. Whoop, there we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's the colour we're talking about. It's all over that opal. That's why I'm doing it that way. Oh, thanks for the like. I presume someone liked that. One of the 113 liked it, which is good. Okay. This one here has got a similar chunk of brilliance, so let's give that one a go. Where are we? 2937. Now, is that going to... That's a hole! No! Like hoof tuning all over again. Ah, hi, it's BOE-hoo in the QC. Okay, so how do we fix this? Oh, we'd be putting a block on it. No, this isn't a cow. It's BOE, it's a stone, not a cow. It's BOQ, it's a stone. It's an opal. Okay, never heard that kind of cue before. It's not a cue, it's a stone. It's an opal. It's a rock. Oh, I get them in the hooves of the coos all the time. Shut up about the hooves. Right, so, by the way, this is very similar to the architecture of the previous scene. I am going to have to... Oh, I see. Let me have a look. Alright. Very interesting. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to have to cut along there. So, cut down here. Cut up here. What that does, creates a smaller stone that's just flung yonder. And I'm seeing if this one's recoverable. Might not be. Right. So we have to deal with the hole. So let's get rid of that. Now, at the very least, this stone is whole. Because it has no hole. Now somebody might say, isn't it annoying how whenever you find a good piece of opal, there's like some problem with it? And I'm like, yes, it is annoying, but also it's predictable. Because if you've done your physics, you realise if you have a very, very small gap between two transparent things, something called thin film interference happens. And thin film interference can reflect pretty colours. So, there we go. I mean, that is, or therefore, an awful lot of the colour you see in opal is literally the result of some kind of crack or flaw. It's not a popular point of view because they like to say that opals are quality and stuff, and they are. The cracks don't matter that much, but there you go. That one, it did work. Just. Now I put this one up, so it's obviously got some quality to it, so we'll find out where the quality is. Right. Seeing there's a crack there, I'm going to cut all the way along it. Gives me an opportunity to see the opal angles. extreme. Okay, here we go. That tells me that there's a chance. Let me have a quick look. Okay. Picking her up at 11, so I've got to leave about 45 minutes to go. And it's 9:53, and she gave me a call. And I'm going to tell her that I'm going to add 5 minutes to the time. Let's see what's on this side. Because if there's nothing of importance, I might end this experiment here. It just looks like there's supposed to be something here. I'm trying to find it. Don't ask me why I think that. Previously, when the update occurred, I was deep in conversation with you guys, I do believe. This all looks mightily familiar. I'm just going to have a quick look here. I'll check it in the morning and we'll look at something else. We'll do another opal. I think this one and this one will be pretty good. We're moving into Magnum opal territory anyway. In case you're interested, ladies and gents, the Magnum opal is like Magnum opus, except with opal. I think that pretty much explains it. If you need me to produce some charts and diagrams, I certainly will, but probably don't. Don't need to, I mean. Oh, here we go, good. Nice bit of illumination just coming out through this here opal. Just keep carefully rubbing back with your regular lift. See what we can come up with. Let's see. Hey, you do not seem to have the hole in the cow suit. It's not a cow suit. Well, why you be trimming it if it's not a cow's foot? Because there are other things that need to be trimmed. for other reasons. You're not been making any sense, laddie. Situation normal, my friend. Situation normal. Okay. So it broke in half. That'd be a white line issue in the cow soup. Shut up about the cow soup. Okay. This is doing alright. To slice or not to slice? That is the question. Whether we suffer the slings and arrows or whatever that's gone on there. Hang on a sec. Yoik. And wait. There we go. That Embarrassing's got already with these very, very special paper wipes. There we go. Let's put the zoom back. Okay, there we go. How perfection that is. Look at my stew. Yeah. I'm going to start faceting to see if I can get the colours to come out. There are colours here, they're just very faint. So faceting is the art of putting lots of geometric surfaces onto a stone. And normally they're even, and you even have a faceting machine to do it. But me, what I'm doing is I'm faceting it to find where the face is. Let me have a quick look. Can't see much in the way of good faces. It's just going to be one of those stones that just doesn't pop. So what I do is I'll leave that. It's not a failure per se, it's just not that great a stone. So, not that one. I've got this one here. Now, let me see. This one here. Rightio. This guy here, you can see a little bit. Oops. You see some colour that's going through there. The question is, do I go from the bottom or do I go from the top? I'm not going to go through the bottom necessarily, but there is some stuff that I need to remove, so I'll do that first. I can tell that this is lightning ridge potch. That may end up being some lightning ridge crystal, which is always good. And there we have it. Getting rid of the bit on the bottom reveals the beauty underneath. So obviously this is now the top of the stone. What I'm also doing is just checking to see what's going on here. Very interesting. So what I'm doing is I'm just carefully bifurcating this steed. But I'm doing it at an angle so that, there we go. And now we have a reason why, because there's a bit of black just behind there. So what we're doing is we're just going to carefully trim this, and hopefully that black stays. I'm trying to trim it in such a way that the black doesn't stay. Now, I will argue that I did the right thing, but had I known that that black was there, I would not have been so gung-ho about it. Right, having done that, let's move over around. Now I can also see a, yeah, okay, so it better not be one of those stones. And by those stones I mean the ones that face this way and not that way. But I don't think so, let's see. Might as well just follow the course, see what happens. What I'm doing is I'm angling it up a bit this side so that it's an even sided stone. You don't want to do this, but you have to. As you just saw, I put my hand right onto the blade. Doesn't hurt you. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, hello there, Edward, and hello there, Heinz. So we're having a look to see if this thing is uniform, which it is not. It's got a little bit of a stagger on it. And we need to bring it down here. Let's have a quick look. Sorry, I'm making sure I'm doing the right thing because we're getting to... There it is, there's the problem. This time a little bit of extra zeal is beneficial. Make sure you deal with the problem thoroughly, or else it's going to haunt you the entire stone cut. And there we go. There we go, nice little opal there. what are we up to? 5023. So I'll very quickly have a go at this one, see what it does, which involves slicing this piece off. Done. Slicing that bit. Well, okay, I'm not pursuing. You've got to hang up. But this piece, the only reason why I'm doing this piece is because there's an inclusion. I want to see if that inclusion is actually an insect or a fossil or something. These opals, they form in very similar conditions to amber. And so if you want to open up your own Jurassic Park, you have to make sure that all of the fossils in there are good. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Can you see anything there? What do you reckon that is? I think it's just a normal piece of schmutz. I don't know. Maybe a piece of plant, maybe an insect. Let's zoom right in and have a look. Is that as far as we get? I don't see anything remarkable about it. What if we turn it upside down? Then it's just plant debris. So let's just keep going and cut it into a cab. So in order to cut it into a cab, you've got to make sure that all the angles are perfect. Figure out what plane you're going to be cutting the cab on first. Now I've noticed it's angled away a little bit, so I'm going to take away the thin side. This side's thin too, take that away. Anything else thin that you can see? That's thicker, so we can just bias it a little bit towards the thick side and then make the thick side a bit thinner. That'll make life a bit easier. So we've got that, and then we just take off that little peak, and that does the majority of the thinning for us. And now we just do a little bit of a circular motion. I'm not going to explain why, but ladies and gentlemen, if you learn that motion, it'll do you well. Now, I know there are some people going, thanks mate, I can't unsee that. Nice little cab. Little Jurassic cab. Welcome to Jurassic Cab. What have we got? We're 55 minutes. Can we do one more? I will do one more quickly. Let's see if we can find one. Not that one, not that one. Let's do this one. Really fast. Let's go. Decision time. Oh, come on, that was not good. Bit smaller than I expected, and oh well. Pop that over into the top queue, and let's see if we can do one more then. That one? No. Just like the Rubik's Cube from Video Nurture. Okay, here we go. Doesn't look like we're getting much here. I may pull the plug early. Let's see. We'll just keep going through this and see what we get. Okay, so we've got something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly convert it into a cab. But we'll not worry too much about the shape of the cab. So, is it a cab? Oh, I don't know. Philosophy? Oh no! It'll probably end up being cab, don't worry. At the moment it's just freeform. Trouble is that I haven't got the uniform shape out. Come on, you can do it, Bill. You can do it. There we go. Yeah, that. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Now, it's not that great a gem after all of that. Oh well. But I got the cab out. How cool. Alright. Turning off. Let's go and have a look at the birdies. Yoink. Hello. I'm not a birdie. Alright, moving on. Very hard to walk after you've been just doing all of that. Drinky boo! Got it. Yay. Nom nom nom. Oh, phew. Now, everybody say hello to Loki. Loki! You got a feather on your nose. How embarrassing. I'll fix that up for you.
Ooh. Yoink. It's all right. I got it. Just let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Got it. I think. Yeah, there it is. Whoop. How cool. Yeah. Yeah, I know. My fingers are wet. Now, while I was out, I noticed that there's been a certain amount of sabotage that's occurred. It's all right, I'll get you something. Max, what's this? That's his name. It's supposed to be up here. There we go. That's better, isn't it, Max? Scratchy bit. There we go. There we are. Good on you, Maxi Poo. Good on you, Maxi Poo. Don't worry. Oh, we'll get equal payment in royalties, okay? At the moment, I'm getting paid a lot, you know, huge amounts. You can get double that. I'm not getting paid anything. There we go. You look so disappointed. It's all right, I'm just in a hurry, mate. When I get back, I'll give you another scratch. Is that all right? No, it's not. Okay, where's Pony? There you are. Come here. What's going on, Pones? What's going on? You're on an egg. You're on an egg. Okay. Right, so let's have a look and see what we've got down here. We've got the splattered Pony. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Did you hear that? Like and subscribe. It's fate. Because Pony has spoken. And I swear on the grave of Abe Lincoln that it was not me. It was Pony. Like and subscribe. Definitely not me. See that? Are you eating Navarre? You're eating Navarre. Right. That was a bit weird. Okay, well, that's the end of things. Yoink. Thank you, Pony. She is looking nonplussed. Thank you, everybody, for being with me on the soil journey? On the Opaaaal journey? I'm a soil scientist, I'm sorry. On the Opaaaal journey with hand movements and everything. I'll see you unknown bat time, unknown bat channel, basically. Have a lovely evening, Dr. Phil.